a hairstylist or other beauty professional, we don't always think of ourselves as business people. Yet, if we want to be able to do what we do on a full-time basis and make it our livelihood, we have to learn some things about how to attract new clients, which is marketing, how to keep the clients that we do have coming back, and hopefully coming back on a pretty regular basis, so we don't have a income roller coaster, as I call it, where it's up one time and down the next. And in addition to that, we need to be able to figure out, how much we've earned and where that money is going, so that we can see if we are improving or going backwards on a week by week basis, or a month by month basis, or even a year by year basis. Are we making more, or are we just standing still, or are we going backwards? And for those exact reasons, that's why I came out with the training, 90 Days to Wow. It's a salon success system, and I get lots of questions about it, wondering, how does it work? What can I expect from it? One of the first questions is, how did it get its name? And it has gotten its name, 90 Days to Wow, because every time I share some of the success stories and some of the results that other stylists, just like you, have gotten, they stand there and just kind of automatically say, wow. I'll share with you one of my students, Charlisa. She was very much a struggling stylist. She wrote me a couple letters on Facebook. I still have them, of how she was thinking about getting out of the industry because, 1 week her income was like, woohoo, and the next week it was like so down that she was like, oh my gosh, I have to go and get a regular job with a regular paycheck. And so she was really struggling, and I started with my system, did the training, had some resistance along the way, but she checked in with me about 6 months later, and she had actually gained 172 new clients. She now has a waiting list of about 4 to 6 weeks out, and is now in the process of expanding her salon business. And when I mention all of that, people say, wow. And it is a wow. It really is. So I want to share with you a little bit of information about the program so that you can see, how it works, if it's a good fit for you, and what you can expect should you choose to get started. So I'll refer to my notes for some of these questions, but what is it? It's actually a training program, and I put it together. I guess fortunately I've been able to work with lots of stylists throughout the years. I've had, an award-winning salon, and we were featured in the Salon Today 200 fastest growing salons in that magazine for 3 consecutive years. So we had a lot of growth, and it wasn't just me standing behind the chair trying to make things happen. It was me showing others how to be able to build their business and build their clientele and increasing their income on a year-by-year basis that allowed us as a team to be able to grow. And so that's what I'd love to do for you. The only thing is, I'm not where you are. So this makes it so much easier because I have recorded all of the training on video. It comes directly to your inbox. You get an email from me. Every other week you'll get a new video, and on the in-between weeks I send you a message to kind of help keep you on track. And it's really just like you were my personal salon assistant and you're standing next to me and I'm teaching you these different things. It's just in a system where you can watch it at your convenience, whether that's when you get off from work or before you go to work or while you're at work. It's available 24/7, and you can enjoy it as well as being able to replay certain areas, where I may have said something and you're like, what did she say again? Of course, you can rewind it and see and get the full gist of what I'm sharing with you. So that's basically how it works. It's very simple, and once you get signed up, it comes to you immediately, so you can get started right away. How does it work? It will take you through kind of step by step. It's set up with a really specific design in mind. I don't know if you've ever asked someone for the secret or seen someone who's asked someone for, what's the secret of, and I'll just say building a clientele, for example. And I might share, some of the things that they need to do to build a clientele. And 5 minutes later, they're just running all around trying to figure out, well, what do I do? What do I do? What's the secret? And a lot of times it's because we're not quite ready to receive all of the messages that are there. And so what I've done is broken this down into a training where we're building a foundation for you to be able to build upon and be able to create a solid business where your income is steady, where your clientele is steady and people are coming in on a more regular basis, and you're able to design it where you can fit your life in as well, because some of us are working around the clock, and that's not very healthy or sustainable for a long time. So it's broken into goal setting and vision clarification, I guess you could say. You've heard the saying, without a vision, the people will perish, and it is so true. So I help you get really clear on your vision, get your goals in place, get some guidelines around your time and around how you're actually running your business, since it is really a business, and free up other time so that you can actually enjoy, the rest of your life, your children, your family, different things that you like to do, self-care, and all of those types of things. And then after we've spent a few weeks kind of getting the foundation laid, and we then bring in what I call the meat of it, which is clients for life. There's the 3 R's: relationships, rebooks, and referrals. And I take you through step by step, just as if you worked with me side by side in the salon every day, of basically pouring out everything that I know about building a clientele and creating a steady, thriving clientele where you could have that waiting list instead of all of these holes where you're wondering, is someone going to show up? Am I going to be able to pay my bills? All of those things. So that really puts the nail on it. And then we follow that with a training that's called Where's Your Money, Honey? Because I find that as stylists, a lot of times we have no clue what we made last week. We have no clue what we made in tips last week. We don't know if we did better or worse than the week before. I had actually put out a challenge to help stylists earn an additional $10,000. The only thing is, we don't know what we're earning now, so we won't even know if we earned more. So I share with you some really easy tips to be able to keep track of the money that's coming in your life, the money that's going out of your life, and even some ways where you